Welcome back. Now, unsustainable wages, power cuts and rising fuel costs. Those are some of the biggest challenges facing workers in South Africa. Cosatu's President Losi has called on trade union leaders at Sactwu's second Central Committee conference to work together to find solutions. eNCA's Monique Mortlock has the story.
Sactwu leaders and members from around the country are in Cape Town this week for the second Central Committee conference.
The purpose of this one is to evaluate, to look at where do we come from, where we are now, what are the issues that we need to focus on before we come to the next Congress.
The week's agenda will also focus on the challenges facing workers across the country, like how the cost of living isn't keeping up with people's wages. Leaders from South Africa's largest trade union federation, Cosatu, are also part of these discussions.
There's a worker who's working for Pick n Pay, certain Pick n Pay in a bakery, who was earning 2,500 rands. But the cost of transport to get to work is 3,500. And these are the challenges that workers are confronted with. A living wage is an issue that we still need to fight for beyond a national minimum wage. A national minimum wage is just a minimum standard, but we need to take up this issue now to a living wage. Load shedding is also giving a double jeopardy to the crisis of unemployment that we're faced with. Workers are being laid off.
There may be some relief on the cards for workers if Cosatu gets its way with its proposed changes to the country's pension system.
It was a bill that was agreed upon at NEDLEG that we are agreeing it must go to Parliament now. Now that bill will be tabled in Parliament in August, and we're expecting that it will be signed off, and by April 2023 workers will be able to have 1/3 of their pension, to have access to it, and then 2/3 of their pension will be the ones that will be saved for a worker when you go on retirement.
Losi has also called on Cosatu's affiliates to drive the local procurement campaign, as she says this is the simplest way to create jobs and tackle SA's high unemployment rate. Monique Mortlock, Cape Town.